Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I'm excited to paint this morning. I found something a little bit different. You have to let me know if you can hear me okay. I put my earbuds in. Hi, Bill. Can you hear me okay? Good morning, Emerson. Hi, Anita. Hi, Annie. Hi, Allie. How are you? Hi, Gabby. Hi, Kelly. How's everybody doing? Hi, Lori. Oh, good. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, I put my earbuds in. Sometimes I feel insulated when I have them on. I need to get a new microphone. But I hope everyone is doing well. I'm going to try something a little bit different today that I think Emerson will like. Let me turn this around. I'm going to paint lollipops. I had gotten some candy at market. I'm kind of playing with the idea. I don't know if it'll happen or not. I always have ideas, a gazillion. And I was thinking about maybe doing my calendar this year of sweet treats like cupcakes and lollipops and some of those fun things. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Helen. So, yeah. So, anyway, I thought this would be a fun one to try. It's a little bit different because of the hard edges and things like that. But, you know, you got to push yourself out of your comfort zone all the time. Never, ever stop. Okay. So, I'm going to start. Oh, here. It seems a little dark. Is this better? Is that better? Oh, now that you see that in the... Morning, Gail. Hi, Irma. How is everyone? Okay, let me think where I want to start with my transparent colors. Just kind of block in where things will go. There's a lot of different things to look at doing something like this, like kind of little bits of color inside of the shadows. I'm going to try to pay attention to that. All the fun things. I just kind of want to... I thought about doing a solid color to start, like a burnt umber or purple or something, and then painting on top. But then I thought I wanted to do it my traditional way because I want a bit of like the really vibrant color to show through in the end. Or a lot. It really is quite a vibrant, a bunch of vibrant colors. So I want to make, my goal is to make them pop. So how is everyone today? Anything new or fun? Anybody enjoy what was it, February 22nd of 22, yesterday. Pretty fun that it's a once ever thing. Oh, thanks, Irma. Yeah, I don't wear colors very often, do I? But I got this from a company called Cabby. I really like their clothing. Every now and then, do something crazy and don't wear black. Thanks for noticing. Where my shadows are. The shadows are a bigger dominant thing than the sticks are, because the sticks were standing up from. I photographed this in my laundry room when I had gotten home from market, and it was like a really strong light coming in. So what's new with everybody? Anything new and fun? Anybody working on anything fun? I'm trying to think if I am. I sent some work to a gallery in Alexandria that should arrive there today. That was a lot to get it all ready to go, but it feels good to have that off my plate. And now I need to drop work off at Red Raven art company in downtown Lancaster tomorrow for their show in March. I think it'll be up for March and April, which is fun. And then I'm getting ready for any outdoor shows that I'll have. I have one in May in Rehoboth that I was juried into, so that will be fun. So I have a lot of painting to do, which is my favorite. I love when I have a lot of painting, and I have several commissions that I need to do also. I think I will, I'm working on a collection of paintings to release in March. That's great. On a turkey, Allie, that's fun. Yeah, really, I always want to do a collection of paintings to release, but I never quite get there. Maybe this year. Just did a close-up pastel of a calf ready for our local gallery. Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations. That's so fun. I have a great big camp panel here that I didn't start yet. It is, let me tell you how big it is because it's crazy big for me. I think it's one of my biggest I've ever done. It's 36 by 48 inches. And I'm going to paint a cow for my daughter. Great big cow. So I'm excited to do that. As soon as I have some free time to fit that in. How to determine what to put in shows, or is it anything and everything? Well, sometimes I don't have a lot to choose from, so it's a terrible thing to say. I think sometimes it's kind of what I have available works. But like when I go to Red Raven, I will take anything that I have, and then she'll kind of curate what looks good together, which is fun. It's fun to listen to that and to learn from like a person who runs a gallery to see what they like together, you know, what they think works well together, things like that. So I will take lots in for her to pick from. I mean, as many as I have, really. I know the cow. I can't wait to do the cow. Maybe, no, not this weekend. I won't have time. I need to have paintings for shows this year, so I've really got to work on that. And like this looks like a hot mess, and that's okay. Even when I'm working on something like this that is less organic. Like I love things that are organic, like flowers and birds and things where there aren't lines and particular things that I need to do to capture. But I love doing this, but I want to keep it spontaneous. I want to keep the spontaneity. Sometimes it's harder to keep spontaneity on something that's more rigid. If that makes any sense. It's a bigger challenge to maintain spontaneity, but that's what my goal is. So I'm going to let my messy middle be as messy as ever. Use some of my pigment sticks, even though these kind of aren't the right colors, but that's all right. That's part of the spontaneity part of it. To use colors that maybe aren't in there. Good morning, Carol. A little of my gold. It is a fun subject, isn't it? Yeah, I was excited to paint it when I decided this last night. Sorry about that. It's not quite staying there. Your message. I didn't know. I don't think I saw your message. When did you send it? Sometimes I have trouble keeping up with messages. I try, though. I do try my best to be responsive. That is perfectly messy. Good morning, Mary Eileen. Okay. Do I need to? I think that's a good, fabulously messy start. I'm going to just catch this one drip. Get rid of that. And so we need to mix reds, dark purple, orange, green, and a really nice light neutral background color and a shadow color. So that's not too bad. Fun colors, right? I'll pull this down here. Okay, I need a sip of my coffee. What's everybody having, coffee or tea? Hi, Deb. I'll start with, I'll just do them in the order that they're in. So I'll do red. Now this is Peril Red that I put that out on my canvas this morning. So nice, vibrant, bright red. A few tones of the red. Peppermint tea. Oh, that sounds wonderful this morning. Trying to think about my colors for a minute. I'm sorry, I'm being quiet here. Lots of thinking going on. Thinking about how to make my red lighter. I'll try a little white in there and see what that does. With the highlight areas. No, that's nice. It didn't go too terribly pink. All right. And I need dark purples. And the purple, where there's light in it, is still very, very dark. I'm trying to think what I could mix in there to keep the darkness, but lighten it a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of this Portland Warm Gray out here on my palette, this color. So these are a little bit out of my color mixing comfort zone, so I have to think a little bit more about what I'm doing. That's nice. I think I'm going to add a little bit of ultramarine blue into that. Tootsie Pops. You know what? I'm trying to remember if I bought these at market. So I found something interesting. I don't know if it's the quality of the candy, but when I used to buy like peppermints, you know, they have the twist things on the twisty papers. Now when I buy them, they're in a thing and it's flat, just with perforated edges where they perforate in between. So they must come out of something all in a row, and they're nowhere near as fun to paint. Now I don't think these are like brand name. I might have actually gotten them at a place called Roots Market that's here by where I live. So no, I don't think they are. So I'm on the lookout for fun candy to paint. So if anybody has any suggestions, let me know. Because you know, you can get, you know, candy like this at all different kinds of places. But I like kind of, you know, the more traditional. I should paint those little, I think the Tootsie Pops are round. These are flat. I think, yes, they're flat, Nancy, yep. So they're like, you know, probably kind of the cheaper kind of candy that you would buy lots of. Throw out at a parade or something like that. And they're not the easiest thing to photograph either, to kind of get a little personality in them. Yeah, hard candy wrapped in cellophane. That's what I love that. Now this is a green I don't use very often. This is, I was looking for a green that would be bright. This is cadmium green light. It's a really nice bright green. Because I knew sap green would just kind of totally be the wrong color. Could go a little darker. Lighten it. Maybe I'll lighten it with, I think I'm going to use white. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, the color green is fun, isn't it, Karen? I don't use it, but I think now that I've pulled it out, I really like it. And I need a shadow color. That paint was a little thick. I think it was on my palette from yesterday. I don't like that. I'm gonna clean that up. I'm gonna throw this away. I'm putting it on my tissue. Do you remember the glass candy? They were molded into different shapes around Christmas. Yeah, I think I do. Like they would do lollipops still. They come like that. The lollipops. I can't remember what they were called. I should have thought. Well, I have some fun things. My list of Vasari paints keeps growing. Yes, I have it like to all this Vasari paint kind of tucked away, and I often kind of forget that I even have some of these paints. But it is nice to have that stash to go to when you're looking for something different. Sorry, I'm not thinking here. What I'm looking for a neutral like gray color, and I can't think of what I want. Oh my gosh. Oh, here, Toric gray. That's what I want. Yeah, it's crazy how little, and don't necessarily do what I do, because I feel like I don't usually mix enough, and then I'm always wishing I would have mixed more color, but I really don't mix a lot, because it only takes a tiny little bit, unless I'm doing a big painting, and that's a hard transition for me to make from mixing like this to, mixing a huge amount of paint. And then you do one swipe of a huge brush, and it's just crazy how quickly you go through paint. Like for shadows, that's not enough, so I'm going to make more of that. They were more transparent than lollipops. That would be fun and neat. I'll have to look. Need to go to one of those old-fashioned candy stores. It's hard to buy things like that online because, well, everything just looks different. I wonder if that's too flat. I'm holding it up to my art here to see what I think of it. Oh, ribbon candy. Oh, dots on paper would be fun. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Nancy, I'm going to have to go buy that. Dots on candy would be so much fun. A candy necklace. I have a good photo of a candy necklace. And I have a good heart-shaped rainbow lollipop that I love that I'd gotten at market. I'll tint that with this color a little bit. Maybe I like my background to get a little impasto, maybe a little bit thick. I'm saying that. It doesn't necessarily mean it'll peril red. Oh, what did you ask? Ribbon candy. Oh, the purple red is the purple red. Sorry. The purple red. The peril red? Oh, you're saying the peril. No, the peril red that I have here is Michael Harding. So if I miss any of your comments, just ask me again, because sometimes they go by and I miss things. Sorry. All right, I think that's a good start. I'm going to pull this back up here. Oh, I wanted to show you too. When I was looking for a green, I didn't find the green that, I found this green that I think is great, but I have this book that I got years ago that I really like, and it's called The Color Mixing Bible by Ian Sidaway, and it shows you color mixes, like when I was looking for greens. Wait, let me find here. I don't want to bump into my painting. Like here are greens. And it looked like one of the greens that would have been really nice was used with this hooker's green, but I don't have that. So anyway, I found a different solution, but this is a really neat book, and it goes through whether you're working in acrylics, watercolors, and it just is kind of a nice Bible. If you're trying to find a color and you just can't figure it out on your own, you can go in there and get a clue of something that you might need to mix in that you wouldn't have thought of. So every now and then that's kind of my go-to. All right. So this looks like fun. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I sure can show the front cover. It's a pretty front cover, too. It says about mixing pigments in oil, soft pastel, ink, and pencil. All you'll ever need to know. Oh, acrylic. Oh, it's all the acrylic, watercolor, gouache, soft pastel, ink, and pencil. Gosh, I always want to do soft pastel. That just sounds like so much fun, doesn't it? One time I was in Asheville, North Carolina. We went to the galleries and someone was working with their soft pastels. And it's like, I just wanted to sit down and do it with her. Because it just looked so dreamy. It's something I haven't invested in because I think you need so many colors, you know, to really do a lot with that. But it just looks so much fun. I'm just putting a little bit of dark in. And then maybe I'll do my shadows. I might actually be better off doing my... I don't know. No, I think I'm going to do it in this order. I was thinking about doing my background, but I'm going to do it when I feel moved to do it. I'd like to keep my strokes simple, not too yeah, I don't want to overwork anything. Simple strokes, intentional brush strokes. Saying it to myself, not to you. I do forget. I lose sight of where I'm headed sometimes. I get ahead of myself, I'd say. I'm always ahead of myself. That's a problem. See if I missed you guys saying anything. Where's everybody from? I love knowing that. I want to make this a little darker up in here. Ontario, Canada, Connecticut, Columbia, Michigan. Hi, Kim. Wisconsin, and wintering in Arizona. Well, that sounds smart, Nancy. Arkansas. North Carolina. I love that idea of wintering. Kim's in New Jersey. California giant redwoods. That sounds beautiful there. Ontario, Canada's Gail. Ohio, England, Montana. Texas. Ohio, New York, Alabama, and I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Puerto Rico, Germany. What time is it in Germany? Bitter cold in Wyoming, I bet. It is actually going to be beautiful here today. It was beautiful yesterday. Like, I don't know. I think it's going to be like maybe up to 60, which is not good for skiing or any of that, but I'm not complaining. New York, Marianne. Hi, Christine. Okay, I need to focus here on what I'm doing. Sorry. All the birds here are so excited that it's not freezing today, I think. I hear them outside of my window. Oops, I don't want to do that much. Tanya says it's going to be 60 here in Connecticut and a snowstorm. Yes, it's supposed to get really cold this weekend. Yeah. Why it can't be nice on the weekends and freezing cold during the week, I have no idea. But of course, that's how it works, right? Always. Still got that little dribble there. Oh, and I have to remember to do the stems or whatever they are too. What are they? The sticks. So I always loved my friend when I was in elementary school, Susie. She had a Willy Wonka kit to make candy, and I loved when we were allowed to get that out, and it would have all the stuff you'd make, melt chocolate, and then it had the molds, so you could put it in whatever mold you want, and then you could put like the sticks in it. My gosh, that was so much fun. Just a random memory. Those sticks made me think of it. -8. Wow. That's crazy. Ready for spring, I'm sure. It's coming. Oh, I need to check my hellebores again to see how they're looking. See when they're popping up. It's soon time to do Pysenki eggs. Now this is more about, kind of noticing subtle shifts in there. And I want to keep them simple. Beautiful spring morning here in coastal South Carolina. High near 80. Oh, that's my favorite temperature. That sounds amazing. I could live with every day of the year being 80 and sunny. I wouldn't even care if it was raining, actually. Just 80. Still in the messy middle, and it's 8:30. Kim says, I usually watch these at night, and my husband now knows your good morning. Good morning. That's funny. You watch them at night. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be saying that in my little videos. Good morning. I did a recording of it. I was going to post it. It was so funny. It was one after the other, me saying good morning, of each day after day. Wednesday after Wednesday doing that. I should post it. I think I need to put some background in to give myself a little confidence because it all is looking quite blobby right now. Raining in Phoenix. Yeah, I wouldn't mind rain if it was warm. A little bit of white in here. I think that'll give me a little confidence. That's something I do. Like if I'm working on something and I start to feel like, ooh, I don't know if I like it, then I need to do something that's going to help me get confidence again. Because keeping confident through a whole painting is challenging and oh so important. And sometimes it's just kind of carving out shapes a little bit or playing with the background or getting rid of something that looks really, really wild. And my good mornings. Okay, Anita, I'll do that. Except I look at myself during, I'm like, oh my gosh, I look terrible in the morning. I feel like this is a little wonky. A little bit of thick paint right there. Although I do want a little bit of impasto, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I need a sip of coffee. Yeah, it's pretty messy. Yeah, thanks, Anita. I know that's not true. Gosh, I forget what it was like, when I worked at my office, like having to get up and do all the things in the morning and get to work by, 8 or 8:30. And now, I don't have to do all of it right away. I can take my time in the morning, and it's so much nicer. Nice quality of life, not to worry about looking nice every single morning as soon as you wake up. Having that be the first thing on your plate. Still in your house coat. I love that word, house coat. That's great. I love a good house coat. And I hold my breath a little bit when I'm doing this, because if I go over that red and use too much energy in it, it will pull the red out into the white. Irma says, my husband will get up first on Wednesday and make coffee. I feel so lucky when I'm here in your community sipping coffee and watching me paint. Oh, thank you. What a wonderful husband to get up and make you coffee. It's those little creature comforts that are so special, aren't they? It's like, doesn't need to be something big. It's just that thoughtfulness of doing something like that. Let a little impasto stay. I might have to mix more of this white. I'm getting paint on the side of I always get it on myself afterwards if I don't clean it off the sides while I'm painting. Yeah, it is a nice way to spend our Wednesday mornings. I love it too. It's the same thing I would be doing if you weren't here with me, only it is more fun. I do have to pay attention to what everybody's saying, but otherwise I'd be doing the same thing whether you were here or not. It's nice having company. Now I think I'm doing the right thing leaving those sticks out to the end, although I'm not entirely sure. We'll see how it works. See if my plan works okay. Because I think working around them would make the whole thing feel a little too formal. Something like that. Now I want to soften these edges a little bit. I see a little bit of glow of red in here. This actually, back there, I see a little bit of orange, and I think it's the reflection of the one on the other side. And definitely see it in here. A little green in here. It seems crazy to put those colors in there, but I do see them. Allie, I love my stickers. I gave a few of them away already. I'm going to give one to my daughters. Allie has these great Be Kind stickers that she's selling. So if anybody wants a reminder about being kind, they're adorable. I love them. If you probably most of you do follow Allie for the Soul. You can get your stickers from her. Well, this is probably good. Then I can mix up some more white and try and get a little more impasto toward the end. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. Good morning, Greta. Gosh, it took me longer to put this background in than anything, didn't it? I don't want to get precious. She sure is a superstar. I don't want to get precious with all of this. Like, that's kind of always a dance that I have of, like, getting, it gets kind of tight, and I try and backpedal a little and loosen it up a little bit. Because all these edges are soft because it's shadows. And I can impasto my background if I decide to in the end. Okay, I need to get back into my lollies. My friend Connie, she has her grandchildren call her Lolly. I love that. Such a cute grandmom name. Letting it be a little impasto, a little thicker. That looks pretty good. I need this green. Go a little darker here. A little more neutral. Little bit of reflection on there. Is that a little better? So shadows and things further away will have soft edges, and closer up. Yep, and closer up, because that's how your eyes see. Like if you're looking at anything that's further away, the edges are softer, and things that are closer to you are harder edged. And it gives that illusion then when you're painting, if you think about that, keep that in mind. Just looking for like the littlest bit of definition in what's happening inside of the candies, and it's so subtle. I need to go really dark here. And a little red. Whoops, that didn't even show up. Let me make that a little more impasto. That helped that. I need the bright. I'm sorry, I'm not watching here. Anybody say anything to me that I missed? Hi, Judy. Judy has her work now in a shop. And Judy, where are you? In Top Sale? Is it South Carolina? I keep meaning to make it down there. I just came in from de-icing the driveway. Your choice of subject just gave me a lift. Oh, good. I know, me too. And I was going through I was going through my photos last night and came across this, and I'm like, that would be so much fun to do today. Okay. Let me just do a little bit of highlights on here, and then I gotta go in there and do those, oops, I don't like that. Well, no, I don't dislike it. Never mind. It's okay. I just need to do that, and all right, let's try those white sticks. Whoops, can you still hear me? I feel like my headphones did something wonky. The Painted Tree Boutiques. Judy has this Painted Tree Boutiques in Raleigh, North Carolina. I love the view of the stick inside the candy. I know that's hard to capture. Can you still hear me, guys? If not, I can turn off my... You know what? I need a little bit more of my chrome black for that stick part. Okay, thanks, Bill. Okay. Okay, good, thank you. So I'm just, oh, this is so scary. It's so scary to do that. It's like feels like such a commitment, but it doesn't matter if I don't like it. I can wipe it off and do it again. But it's like I'm really holding my breath now. So this one actually goes down right to the shadow. We had Laura Secord Lollipops growing up, and I just saw them this Valentine. Oh, they still make them. Are they really cool? Should I look them up? Laura Secord Lollipops. Let me write that on my... I have a little piece of paper now. When you guys tell me things, I want to write it down. I have a piece of paper that's perfect size here. Let me say Laura Secord Lollipops. So if anybody has any ideas, because I think I will probably maybe do this for my whatever I was saying, calendar this coming year. Every year I say I'm going to work on my calendar early and not wait until, yes, they're rectangular with plastic wrap. Okay, I'll look them up. I don't want to wait until the last minute to do that. But I usually always do. I'm certainly not a procrastinator, but it is hard to do all the things and keep up with it all. Rectangular with plastic wrap. Okay, I will look for them. I guess I could try and do something like this, like with my palette knife, to get a nice sharp edge there. Although I like that it's not too precious. Chris, you remember them? Yeah, I might when I see them, right? Candies that I remember, we used to have here in my town a little, like it was just a little corner store. That looks a little messy, doesn't it? A little corner store, and they would have things like those wacky packs that had like crazy pictures, or the ones where you would flip the picture and like put a different head with a different body. I think that was inside of candy. I still would find that entertaining. Why did I do the shadow of the stick first? I don't think there's any reason that you have to. I always tend to put my dark colors down first and then my light colors on top. And maybe because it looks further away to me, the shadow part, that's where it's turning, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I'm struggling to photograph my art. The photos never look as good as the painting. Could you cover that in your art collective group? Yes, I sure can. But what I do is a little bit of Photoshop that helps that. But yeah, Judy, I could do that. And you need that soon. I'll move that up in the, so we do it more sooner rather than later. Laura Secord is a Canadian company. She was a Canadian, heroine of the War of 1812. Oh, really? Are you using pure white? Yes, I'm using pure white right now. It took me a long time to get better. I'm still not great at photographing my art, but it's not big paintings at all, actually. Can't do that at all. But what do I think? Do you think it looks good? It's definitely getting there. Yeah, that is a good thing to learn, Judy. That's a great suggestion. And I could do it. Like, I worry sometimes that people, it'll be a harder thing kind of to learn, but then you know kind of what you need to do. That's all we all need to do. And you can only, learning, like, I'm trying to be kinder to myself with the whole learning thing, because I want to learn everything and know how to do it all. And you just have to do one thing at a time and not get ahead of yourself. And with the learning, because it is, as artists, we need to learn our art, but then also the marketing of our art, like photographing it. It's just how to do a website. It's just a crazy lot of stuff. Oh, you probably saw I posted too about Emily Jeffords is who I've learned so much from for marketing, art marketing stuff. And she is doing a free little mini course, right? I think it starts next week. I'm going to do it too. So if any of you guys want to do it, just message me and I'll send you the link to sign up for that. Got nothing to lose to give it a try. And she gives you good ideas, and it's kind of gets you going on things that you might postpone or not try to do. Wearing all the hats. Yeah, it is. I saw a little, what was it, like a little pie chart of what artists' life is like. And it's like, you think it's going to be a whole pie chart of just art, making art, but really the pie chart, the piece of art is tiny sliver, because you also have to do marketing and social media and website development, and it is, the list goes on and on and on, and there's just so many things to know and learn. But that's also the fun, because we get to make fun things and then share them. Need maybe a little white highlights. Yes. Yeah, message me. I'll send you a link to sign up for it. I have the link in my notes. Whoops. I didn't want that to go green. Yum. Let me make that. These need just little bits of highlight happening, and then I can close to finished. And if any of you guys want, I'm going to actually do my Art in Bloom course again this spring. So if anybody wants to be on the email list for that too, just let me know. And I'll be sending out emails about it. And if you're on my email list and you don't want to get them, just let me know, and I'll just pause your emails for a little bit. Okay. I think that anything I'm doing now is not necessarily helping this at all. I think I need to call it finished. It's pretty fun, isn't it? Do you think I need... Oh, did you design and build your own website? And do you add, delete, etc. on your own, or does a web person do it? Jane, I did my own website. I built it in Squarespace. And adding product isn't very hard to do. And I've done a few... I did Diane Permenter's. I did a few different artists' websites too, and they can go in and add their own products. But it's a big project, but it's not too hard. It's not too, well, no, it's not too hard to learn. It just takes a lot of time, just like everything else. The learning curve is more the time it takes than actually doing it. But if you're serious about wanting one, I might be able to help you with it. I do that sometimes. It is pretty fun. All right, I think I'm just fussing now. So, any other spots where anything ain't right? No, I'm going to sign this. Oh. show it to you. So there's my very simple palette. I just have grays and whites, my reds, purples, and I really didn't use much paint at all. I did make this a little bit darker. And there's my reference image, and there's my little painting. So let me turn this around. So I'm glad you came and hung out with me today. It was very fun. I will save this. I'll post it up on my YouTube channel. And if you go watch my YouTube, be sure to give me a thumbs up if you like it. And let any friends of yours who are learning art, if they want to watch, let them know about it too. And if you want that link for Emily's thing, just message me here in Instagram and I'll send it to you. Thanks, Mary Eileen. Pick up that orange lolly. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so much fun. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and I'll see you again next week. Have a fabulous day. Bye. Thank you.